second. David, one minute for public. I'll be right back, okay?
Wow. How are you?
Yes. I will in 1 minute. How are these guys? Sorry.
Well, thank you, Alex.
How are you?
Great to see you again.
Good to see you again, always.
I think
All
one
pleasure.
or 2 years ago we were here, and I said, that'll just happen once in a lifetime. In New York City, Channel 3, low-band VHF, it'll never happen again. And now what's happening?
Yeah, a lot of Channel 3 and a lot of VHF Band 3.
And not only this station that you and I have been working on is probably going to move to World Trade Center.
It's possible, very possible.
I think it seems like they want it to happen.
Yeah, it seems that way.
I hear a lot of belly aching. Oh, the rent's $1.5 million in a year and everything, but they're talking about it.
They're talking about it, and I think there's compelling reasons to consider it.
Now, talk about that antenna design that we had now. It's Allen B. Dick. What is it?
It's an Allen Dick Lambda antenna, and it's a product that was developed in the 90s by Allen Dick. Gentleman who had been at RCA and had left there. He'd been designing antennas. Sorry. And moved when RCA closed in the 80s. He moved to Cheltenham and developed the product there. And Allen Dick has been producing the product ever since. So they manufacture it for bands 1, so channels 2 to 6, FM, and band 3, so channels 7 to 13. Right.
And that one's a 6-bay.
6-bay
with 24 elements or something like that.
That's correct. That's right.
The reason they're moving is because all these other high-rise buildings going up around 4 Times Square.
That's right. As I said, compelling reasons to consider moving. So absolutely, especially when you start looking at buildings as tall as are under construction and as being proposed. Yeah, they're definitely things they need to think about.
So there's the consideration for fitting another Allen B. Dick Channel 3 antenna into the space available at the World Trade Center in Manhattan.
Yes, absolutely. That's right. No question about it.
So, Frank, I have a question. The repacking and then 3.0, does that mean you're going to have to redesign your products, or can you just use
No, we don't need to redesign for 3.0. If you look at 3.0 technology, it's very similar to DVB-T2. We've been producing combiners, mask filters, and antenna systems that utilize or that are being utilized in T2 and ISDBT applications and have been for a number of years. We're the only supplier, only manufacturer in North America who's been doing that. So we have a tremendous amount of experience and track record with product that's in the field and being used. So there are things, though, that can be very beneficial and helpful. And futurization technology, which we're promoting here at the show, is something that we see as having tremendous application and benefit to broadcasters. Our customer there in New York, who purchased the Allen Dick Lambda antenna, was really very intuitive in terms of thinking about the use of circular polarization and how it could help them to improve receivability of the signal and building penetration. Same thing is true when it comes to ATSC 3.0 and UHF applications. And it's been one of the things that we've been talking about with people for years is that as we transition to either indoor signal levels, handsets, receiver levels to handsets, it becomes essential to be able to offer some sort of vertical component in these systems. So what futurization technology does is it allows a broadcaster to not only multiplex number of RF channels.
Broadband, first thing I thought of.
Yeah. Broadband, but more importantly, it allows them to change the polarization sense of those channels as they might see fit. So in other words, all from the same antenna without making any modifications, costly modifications to the antenna. All can be done inside the transmitter building. So it means you could have numerous TV channels multiplexed, all with different sense of polarization. You could have one channel at horizontal polarization, you could have another that's at full circular polarization, you could have one that's at 70-30, 80-20, and then you can change the polarization sense over time, if need be, as the market evolves or develops. The one thing we think more importantly is not only does it afford stations the ability to do that, but it means someone could install something today that is H-pole only, and later if they want to add the vertical component, they can do that as well, without having to replace an antenna or anything like that. So very important.
Broadband-wise, is there an antenna that one low band, one high band, one U? What bands do they? How broad can it be?
Well, there are different styles of antennas that we're doing. I mean, for band 1, channels 2 to 6, we have a couple of products that we can provide for those types of applications. For band 3, 7 to 13, we've got the lambda antenna. We've also got several different styles of panel antennas, and depending upon the mounting structure, how big or small it is, the patterns they want, we offer various different products. For UHF, bands 4, bands 5, we're all now down in bands 4, so 14 to 36. We have several panel antennas that can be used, some using futurization technology, some without. We also have broadband slot antennas, and broadband slot antennas are a product we've been producing for over 15 years. It is truly the only broadband slot antenna on the marketplace, in the marketplace today being manufactured.
And what band is that?
Bands 4 and 5.
Yeah, I had a basket antenna on channel 6 of Franken FM on Mount Harvard in LA.
Mount Harvard, right.
That's still in production?
Cavity antennas are in production. We produce them for bands 1, 2 to channel 2 to 6. We produce them for FM. We also produce them for band 3 as well.
And those can directionalize nicely too.
Absolutely. They can be directional, omnidirectional, a lot of options with that. No question about it.
Okay, it's Wednesday at NAB 2017. Thanks to Alex Persovich, Frank Martin here at the Jampro booth.
Thank you. Good to see you, Frank.
That was fun.